Stop! That bill is marked. What? No, it's just $1. I know a fake when I see one. Hand it over.
The cafe was buzzing with the usual morning crowd. People ordering lattes, scrolling through their phones, living their fast-paced lives. But behind the counter, something was about to happen that would change everything. Marcus stood there, tall, well-dressed, confident, the kind of man who commanded attention without saying a word. His suit probably cost more than most people made in a month. Next to him was his assistant, Claire. Sharp, professional, always one step ahead. They just ordered 2 coffees. Simple enough. Marcus reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out his wallet. But as he did, something slipped out. A single $20 bill floated to the floor, landing silently on the tile. He didn't notice. Claire didn't notice. But someone else did. Behind them, wiping down tables with a worn-out rag, was an older man in a janitor's uniform. His name was Frank. 63 years old. Worked at this cafe for the last 12 years. Quiet guy. Never complained. Never asked for much. Frank saw the bill fall. He saw Marcus pull out another 20 to pay for the coffee. He watched as the barista handed back the change. And then Frank did something that shocked everyone in that cafe. He walked up to the counter. Slowly. His hands were rough, calloused from years of hard work. He bent down, picked up the $20 bill, and tapped Marcus on the shoulder. "Excuse me, sir," Frank said softly. "You dropped this." Marcus turned around, looked at Frank, looked at the money in his hand. For a moment there was silence. Then Marcus smiled. Not a warm smile. A cold one. "Keep it," he said, waving his hand dismissively. "You probably need it more than I do." The words hung in the air like a slap. Claire looked uncomfortable. A few customers nearby stopped talking. Even the barista paused mid-pour. But Frank didn't flinch. He held out the bill again. "Sir, this is yours. I'm just returning what's yours." Marcus chuckled. "Look, buddy, I appreciate the honesty, but I'm not worried about $20. Seriously, keep it. Buy yourself lunch or something." Frank shook his head. "I don't want it, sir. I just want you to have what belongs to you." Now Marcus was getting annoyed. "Why are you making this difficult? I'm trying to be nice here." Frank looked him straight in the eye. "Because, sir, taking what isn't mine, no matter how small, that's not who I am. My father taught me that. He was a janitor too. Worked his whole life cleaning floors just like me. And he always said, Frank, a man's dignity isn't in his wallet, it's in his character." The cafe went dead silent. Marcus stared at Frank, really looked at him this time. Saw the lines on his face, the tired eyes, the worn uniform, the hands that had scrubbed 1,000 floors, and something inside him cracked. He took the $20 bill. Slowly. "I'm sorry," Marcus said quietly. That was wrong of me." Frank nodded. "No harm done, sir. Have a good day." He turned to walk away, but Marcus stopped him. "Wait, what's your name?" "Frank, sir." "Frank, how long have you worked here?" 12 years. "And before that, factory work. Then that closed down. So I came here." Marcus was quiet for a moment. Then he asked, "Do you have kids?" Frank's face softened. "2, a daughter in college. She's studying to be a nurse. And a son. He's got special needs. Lives with me." "And you support them on a janitor's salary?" Frank smiled. A real smile this time. "I do my best, sir. It's not much, but it's honest work. And my daughter, she's going to do great things. I know it." Marcus felt something he hadn't felt in a long time. Shame. Real deep shame. Here was a man with almost nothing, working a job most people looked down on, raising 2 kids on his own, and he wouldn't even take $20 that didn't belong to him. Meanwhile, Marcus had everything: money, success, power. But when was the last time he'd done something truly selfless? He pulled out his phone, typed something, then looked at Claire. "Cancel my next meeting." "Sir?" Claire asked, confused. "Just do it." Marcus turned back to Frank. "Frank, I own a logistics company. We're always looking for good people with integrity. How would you feel about coming to work for me?" Frank blinked. "Sir, I appreciate the offer, but I don't have any experience in—" "I'm not offering you a janitor position," Marcus interrupted. "I'm offering you a role in our operations team, with benefits, health insurance, a real salary, enough to take care of your family." Frank's eyes went wide. "Sir, I don't understand. Why would you—" "Because you just taught me something I forgot a long time ago," Marcus said, his voice thick with emotion. "You reminded me what real integrity looks like, and I need people like you in my company. People who do the right thing even when no one's watching." Tears welled up in Frank's eyes. He tried to speak, but the words wouldn't come. Marcus placed a hand on his shoulder. So what do you say? Frank wiped his eyes with the back of his hand. I don't know what to say. Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you. The cafe erupted in applause. People were wiping their own eyes. Even the tough-looking barista was sniffling. Claire stood there, stunned. She'd worked with Marcus for 5 years and had never seen this side of him. As they walked out of the cafe together, Marcus turned to Frank. You know, I dropped that 20 on purpose. Frank stopped. What? Marcus smiled. A real smile this time. I wanted to see if anyone would return it. I've been testing people like that for years. And you know what? You're the first person who ever refused to keep it. Frank shook his head, laughing. Well, sir, like I said, a man's dignity isn't in his wallet. No, Marcus agreed. It's not. And you just reminded me of mine. 3 months later, Frank was thriving in his new role. His daughter graduated nursing school. His son got the medical care he needed. And Frank, he still cleaned his own office every night. Not because he had to, but because it reminded him where he came from. And Marcus? He started a program at his company to hire people who'd been overlooked. People who had character but just needed a chance. All because of a $20 bill. And a janitor who knew that integrity isn't about how much money you have, it's about who you are when no one's watching. The moral of the story? True wealth isn't measured by what's in your pocket, it's measured by what's in your heart. And sometimes the poorest man in the room is the richest in character.